The architecture of the absolute, why depth outlasts the noise. We live in a culture that has mistaken velocity for progress and volume for authority. Daily, we are flooded by a torrential downpour of cheap data, flickering notifications, and surface-level opinions engineered to hijack our cognitive real estate. In this chaotic landscape, the modern mind faces a structural crisis. It has become exceptionally skilled at skim-reading the surface while losing the endurance required to mine the bedrock. True mastery, whether in theology, mathematics, or creative execution, demands a counter-coup against this superficial glare. It requires us to abandon the pursuit of universal consensus and commit instead to the quiet, uncompromising construction of deep architecture. The primary paradox of any monumental work is that its ultimate freedom is born entirely out of a cage of rigid discipline. The amateur believes that structure imprisons creative genius. The master knows that an unconstrained river is merely a swamp. To achieve velocity, energy requires the canyon walls of strict parameters. Whether drafting an exhaustive 100-part book architecture, executing a systematic text-based logical analysis, or setting the code for an automated trading bot, the framework must precede the scale. We must design our systems with a mathematical, cold-blooded precision that refuses to flinch when the cultural winds shift. If your foundational constants are anchored into variables that change with the weather, your entire palace is structurally compromised from the day the blueprint is drawn. Furthermore, we must recognize that density of presentation is an act of deep respect for the human intellect. True sophistication does not hide behind a labyrinth of obscure, bloated terminology to look profound. It utilizes elite, razor-sharp words to make the complex look entirely obvious. A massive wall of unformatted text is not a badge of depth. It is often just the signature of a lazy editor. The grandest, most cosmic concepts deserve a pristine visual layout, wide margins, scannable hierarchies, and a ruthless elimination of fluff. Every sentence must fight for its right to remain on the canvas. When you compress raw, infinite truth into a highly concentrated, elegant framework, the resulting output carries an internal resonance. It does not need to shout to defend itself. Its flawless internal symmetry acts as an absolute verdict against chaos. Ultimately, this systematic approach to creation alters our internal equilibrium. When you spend your silent hours focused on unyielding constants rather than passing shadows, you develop a master-level tolerance for the full spectrum of human existence. You no longer panic when a storm hits, because you know your anchor bolts are dropped deep into the bedrock. You learn to navigate the profound paradoxes of life, carrying the heavy gravity of sorrow in one hand while maintaining a sharp, defiant wit in the other. Let the crowd monopolize the surface noise and chase the fleeting validation of the comment section. The long-haul builder belongs in the deep text, behind the locked door, executing a timeless design that will still be standing long after the noise has evaporated.